Hey, what's up, world? We're back with our AI App Engineer Challenge. If you remember, last time what I did was I worked on a simple hello world. That was just a day one prompt, just to create a hello world. And now we're going to move on to the next one. So let me go ahead and just share my screen. Like I said, we're going to try to do 30 minutes for these things and see where we go from there. So let's see. Now you should see my screen. So I did do some stuff that I fixed. I cheated a little bit. I went over my 30 minutes because I didn't like where this was sitting. But this was the hello world from last time. And so now let's go ahead back to the main page for level. And now today's challenge is I'm going to try to make a simple app where users can add, edit, and delete tasks. So like a simple task list. The goal here is to learn how to handle inputs, lists, and basic CRUD operations. And CRUD is CRUD. That stands for create, read, update, and delete. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. We'll set the timer right now. 30 minutes. All right, so let's see a lovable. I want to create a simple task list app available with wait, let's say where a user can add, edit, and delete tasks. Cool, saying it's going to create a simple, elegant ad with beautiful minimal task list application inspired from Apple's design principles. Okay, interesting. Just like last time, I'm probably gonna throw my own design stuff on it. Um, looking at your last request, looking at your request for the functionality, I can envision a clean, sophisticated interface with smooth animations, thoughtful interactions, all while maintaining simplicity and clarity. For the first version, I'll implement a minimalist, elegant task list with subtle animations, add task functionality. Cool. So the goal of this again is just learning just some of these basic CRUD operations. So I honestly feel like out the box is pretty much going to do it, much like our um, you know, Hello World thing. But actually, from the last time, there was some issues with the Hello World that we needed to fix. So we'll see about those as well. All right, let's see. Let's get our app. Okay, it says add a new task. So let's see. What are some tasks I need to do? Do the AI app engineer challenge prompt. Let's do let's say cook dinner. What are some other things that I have to do? Upload the video to social media. And then let's just add one more. Mm, let's say email Madison back. I got to email an old colleague back. All right, so we got our task list. Let's see what happens. So we can edit it. And let's say tomorrow. Okay, pretty easy. Let's say I don't need to cook dinner. We can take that off of here. Let's say I do need to cook dinner. All right, so this is functioning pretty well. And you could just type to put that stuff in there. Oh, nice. Look at the bottom. It keeps track. This is pretty cool. All right, let's add some functionality here. Okay. Let's see. Should I go? Yeah, I'll add functionality and then I will go into let's see, what is it saying I should do next? Let's tweak the design and animations, layouts via prompts, or visual edits, master prompting, use clear, detailed, iterative prompts for better outcomes, expand with backend. So we could connect it to something. So we could do, we can add a login to it so we can store it so a person can store this data, transfer it to GitHub, Activate an experimental chat mode to troubleshoot issues quickly. Interesting. Oh, that's the chat mode in here. Okay. And then add project knowledge. Okay, we don't need to do all that stuff. All right, so let's okay, so I said I want to email Madison tomorrow. Let's add an option to include due dates for tasks. We can either add a due date when creating the task or when editing it. Let's see what it does. All right, sorry. Probably edit these parts out where it's just doing its thing. Maybe something I'll do moving forward is go live when I do these so you can see the full thing. So, okay, cool. Now we've got this thing. So let's say what's something I need to do soon? Need to launch the AI enabled. I can't see my. I'm one of those people that stares at my keyboard when I type, and my mic is in front of the keyboard. Here, let's move this closer. Sorry if I'm too loud. Launch the AI enabled design sprint course, and that's something I need to do tomorrow. So we're gonna say March 15th, and obviously, if y'all are watching this, clearly this is in the past. Okay, nice. Let's add some. Oops, not that word. Let's add some urgency tags. So let's ask about the priority of tasks, and also let's add urgency to tasks that are coming due. For example, if a task is due tomorrow, give some sort of yellow indicator that it's coming up, and if it's due today, give a red indicator. Sorry for my colorblind folks. Okay, cool. So it's implementing that urgency tags based on due dates and adding a priority feature to enhance task management. So I'm thinking something that I'll do once it has those kind of tags in there is actually if we put different priorities and we put different due dates, that it'll actually put them in order to help out with these things. We've got 20 minutes left, so we're looking really good on time. As far as the basic functionality that I have to do, we're pretty much done. So now it's just about beefing it up, changing some things around. I actually am a really big fan of Kanbans, so I might try to implement that. Let's see if we can make it like something where we can drag and drop different things. But it's really up to whoever is doing the prompt how far they want to go. The whole point is to keep it under 30 minutes. So let's see. It's taking a little second to build this out. I think it's because I asked for a couple things. So let's see. Added urgency tags. One thing that's doing is it's offering. That's interesting. It defaulted to medium. I don't know how I feel about that. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about it defaulting to medium. I kind of like it. That's more of a design thing, design preference. But it looks like this task list is getting a bit unwieldy, so it makes sense to refactor it. So if you're not familiar with refactoring, basically what that means is that it's going to take the code and it's just going to trim the fat. What are the things in there? How can it simplify the code so that it's not so long? The longer that the code is, the faster it's, or the longer it takes for it to run any operations, those kinds of things. So you want to refactor. But you typically want to refactor when it's working, when it's doing what it needs to do, because then it can take that code and make it smaller and maintain it. But if it's not working, then it might get rid of some things that will actually help get it working correctly. So that's just my take. But I'm liking this so far because it says due tomorrow. I like how it shows that. That's pretty cool. Next, after it does this refactoring, I'm going to change out some of these some of these priorities to make it to see if it does anything to that, because it might without me saying anything. But let's see. All right, so it's refactored. Okay, so it's been split into different things. Add task categories and add. Oh, you see this? This is kind of sick, to be honest. It's suggesting stuff. All right. Yeah. Task categories. I wonder what they will give for the categories. I don't know how I feel about that. Add filtering options. Let's do that stuff later. Actually, I'm a big fan of Kanban boards. So, can we incorporate a drag and drop Kanban interface or UI with the following columns by default? And then let's just say to do, in progress, and then we're going to say done. The user can modify the column titles if they want to. We're not even 15 minutes in, and we've already done what we need to do. Now let's just see how far we can push it. After this task, depending on how this shows up, I might get into working on the styling to make it match my branding and all that stuff. Also, while it's doing its thing, like we did before, let's shop around and look for some other things, some other designs that we might like. If it has, I wonder what would happen if I type Kanban here. Kanban. It's taking a while, so honestly, I'm thinking it's not going to show much. But let's look at these card components. See if there's anything we like in here. Ooh, I'm gonna use this for something else. In the future. Ooh, this is kind of cool. Ah, that's kind of cool. Oh, I like this a lot. Let's add this in here. All right, this time we're just kind of. It has a list view and a Kanban view. Sick. Oh gosh, this is awesome. Okay, I don't love this. I don't love this interaction. It's because it blends in the background. You can add columns too. That's lit. Okay, that's lit. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, before I get into that stuff, let's add in my style, my branding, because I want to add that in before I run out of time. Get to the important stuff. All right. So let's add in my company branding. I really should just like save this somewhere so that I can like reference it later. Actually, low key, let's cheat a little bit. Let's see if I can pull up my last project and see the last prompt that I did. This is all about doing it in time, so cheating isn't that big of a deal for this, right? We're trying to game the system. We are in a race against time. Come on, here we go. All right, where was it that I incorporated my branding? It was before this thing, because this is when I told them about the sparkles. Here we go. And then let's attach my, that's not the version of my logo. Oh, where did I have that? Logo. What was the name of that file? All right, let's look over here again, because the name of the file is probably 12 minutes and counting. Looking at another window trying to find my logo. I really need to organize this stuff and just have it ready to go. And what did I did invert it? Yeah, here we go. Just drop it there real quick. Okay. Not sure why that's taking so long to load in there. There we go. Okay. Let's see what it does. Let's see how it incorporates that stuff. I actually don't know where it's going to place the logo because it doesn't have a logo or anything in it. But let's see. And we're about at 11 minutes left. Let's see if there's a way to like drop a timer in the video while I'm recording. Oh, it's creating a header. So that's something. While I was doing that, let's look at this. So things that I want to include if we're going to do this. I like how it has subtasks. Like that's kind of cool. So let's create subtasks in it. It doesn't need a discussion board, but yikes. I don't know if this is a lot of stuff. It's got a lot of stuff in there that might not be necessary. Key things I want, let's make note of these things. Let me take a piece of paper. Key things that I want. I don't necessarily need contributors. So I want a task title. I want the status of it. I want a progress bar. I want subtasks that, and then I want a description for these tasks. I like the idea of last updated, that kind of stuff, but we don't need to do all of those things. We'll just see how much we can get done in this amount of time. Oh, can we make the style a dark mode? Make the background jet black. We might not get around to this, to be honest, but we'll see. I don't know how far I made it in the last recording before it crapped out, but I'm just gonna continue where I left off for this. So I just added my branding, did dark mode for it. Let's work on some of this other stuff. I got about 7 minutes left. I might not get to making the cards look super pretty, but it looks really cool. Let's see. You can drag things over. Wow, pretty sick. All right, I just gotta make hey, the task manager text is dark on a dark background. Can we use the sky blue for it? And then I'll just put a copy and paste that. We might just end up leaving it here. I might not get to incorporate a lot of those other things, but I mean, it gets the job done. It does get the job done. Certain things I don't love about it, but let's just see how far we can get, because I got like 6 minutes left. Okay, it updated that. I don't need all of the components for this, but the ones that I want to include are task title, status, progress bar, and I want to add subtasks that update the progress bar and a editable description that all are in the expanded view. I found a really cool card design. Can we update the task cards to be like the code I share below? I made notes about which components to keep and add. Put that down there, and then let's also share a screenshot of it. 4 minutes left. Let's see if it can do it in 4 minutes. This is a big ask, so I wouldn't be surprised if it can't do it in that amount of time. But let's just see. Crazy storms in Chicago, so I'm getting all the updates right now. 3 minutes and 30 seconds, counting down. I think this is gonna look really cool, to be honest. I hope it stays with my styling though, but we'll see what it decides to do. It's still doing its thing. We can actually see it doing its thing if we wanted to. Look at what it's actually doing. You see it typing that code up, doing its thing. Look at it creating all these different components in there. This is all React, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. JavaScript, TypeScript, not JavaScript, TypeScript was similar. Oof. Look at it choosing all these variables for the colors and all that stuff. This is crazy stuff. Oh my goodness, man. This is so sick. Did it do it? I don't think it did it. Maybe I need to update. Maybe I need to refresh. It looks like it's still doing something. 2 minutes left. Let's see what it does. It's still doing something. You can see that down here. I love the names it gives it. Listy Grove Friends. What does that mean? Oh, I'm seeing stuff. Progress bar, all those things. Okay, looks like we got it. Oh, nice. Let's look at this in a Kanban view too. So not as clean as the other design, but still, this is pretty sick. What I don't see is a space to add. All right, let's say. All right, let's just say new task. And I can't add. Okay, I don't see things like adding in. We've only got 1 minute left, so I don't have time to do this right now. The progress bar doesn't do anything because I don't have any subtasks to give to it. The status is still just pending. Don't love that. Um, but hey, we did what it was supposed to do. We did what we were supposed to do, and in 30 minutes time, with my computer crapping out in the midterm. So a win is a win. A win is a win, people. A win is a win. Um, so I'll call it. See y'all in the next time where we try out the next prompt, which is going to be just a little bit harder than this one.